Say you're starting a new playthrough through Elden Ring, or maybe even a playthrough that you already have, and you want to find every single item in the game, weapons, or even things that you might have missed without even knowing. But how do you know if you missed something? Now that's where Map for Goblins, a mod for Elden Ring, comes into play. This is a mod that you can have in your game that basically puts the location of every single item that you can loot on your map. And when you loot it, it actually disappears to let you know that you've already picked it up. So you can track completely things that you're missing, things that you haven't touched yet, and even things that can be found inside caves. For example, the prattling pate over here, that is the hello voice. You can find it in the Stormfoot catacombs. Basically, the text at the bottom of this tells you oftentimes where it can be found. And if I go to the Stormfoot catacombs, which can be found over here, this is the catacombs. This is where the cave or dungeon entrance is. You go to this location, and if you progress through it, you can find the prattling pate. You'll also be able to find 3 smoldering butterflies in there as well, 2 root resins, and the wandering noble ashes. So not everything here is immediately found on the overworld, so if you do go to a location that is exactly over here, sometimes it might be directly above you, or even in a cave like mentioned here for the Stormfoot catacombs. You'll also be able to track bosses and optional side bosses throughout the game, as you can see by the red kind of swords that are crossing over here, Godric the Grafted, and it also shows you that you're going to get Godric's Great Rune, you're going to get Remembrance of the Grafted, and this is in the Stormvale Castle. So this is a mod that's going to guide you to find pretty much everything. So if you want to be a completionist and find everything, it literally shows you everything. Now right now I've only unlocked Limgrave, but as you complete further of the map, you'll be able to track items across any different location, even if it's underground in like the Eternal City of Nokron or something like that. Pretty much anywhere in the game that has a map access, you track all these different cool items and where to find them. The reason why this mod is so helpful, because this is what the base map looks like. It's very empty. It looks great. It's a work of art in its own right, but to try collect everything, it's very difficult. You will have to scour the lands in hopes that you find something that helps you, which is how most people played Elden Ring. But if you want to, min-max and get everything, the map is going to help a lot. Now you can add this map into your game in multiple ways. For example, there is a mod pack that I made a video on earlier called Hack and Slash, where Map for Goblins is included. Alternatively, if you want to play just the normal Elden Ring with no other changes, you just want the map, I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. But if you're interested in the mod pack for the other one, I'll link it in the description below as well. So first things first, you will need to go to your system. You'll need to go to the planet icon, and you will have to make sure your launch setting is set to offline. Because we're using a mod, you don't want to, accidentally play online, and, some mods can get you banned from online play. I wouldn't recommend taking the risk, so make sure you play offline just to be safe. So the first file that you will need to download and install is Mod Engine 2. This is an engine that allows you to mod Elden Ring without having to go around and play with its direct game files. You can do this from pretty much anywhere on your computer through one folder that just makes your life so much easier. So Mod Engine 2, you can find the link to download this in the description down below. What you're looking for is the first blue icon over here under Assets. So this one over here, Mod Engine dash a bunch of numbers. This might change in the future depending on when you're watching this. Click here and this will download the file. Once the file's downloaded, it will be a zipped file, so you will have to right click and extract the files to the location or wherever you want to store this. You can delete the zip once you've extracted it. Now in this folder, this is the mod engine. This is where you're going to be running your modded version of the game, but you're also going to be storing any mods that you download in this folder here called mod, right? So you'll see it's currently empty. We're going to be putting the Map for Goblins mod in this folder. Now to get Map for Goblins, you will need to make an account on Nexus Mods, which is the website linked in the description down below, which is the link for Map for Goblins. You will have to make sure you're logged into account. It is free to make an account, so you don't have to pay anything. Once you get to this page here, you can find a description that's going to give you information about everything about the mod. I recommend reading through it to get a better idea of how this mod works and what it does. But to install it, you're going to go to the Files tab over here that's next to the Description tab, so click Files. And then you're going to go to the very top one over here, Map for Goblins Default, and you're going to go ahead and click Manual Download. And this will open up this screen where you'll click Slow Download, which will begin the download. And you'll see you'll get another zipped file, and you're going to right click this one and extract it as well so that you can get the files out of it. And then you can go ahead and delete that. Now you're going to get these 5 files. You don't need the 2 text files. You can copy them or delete them. I'm just going to get rid of them. Read them if you want to. But what we're going to do is copy these 3 files that we extracted, or all the files. If you don't want to delete anything, you're going to right click, you're going to cut them, and you're going to go into Mod Engine, and you're going to go into the mod folder, and you're going to paste these files right there, just like this. And now you're ready. Honestly, you're ready. So in the Mod Engine folder, you're looking for this file over here called launchmod_Elden Ring. This is how you're going to launch the game. You have to make sure Steam is open first so that this works, because it's going to play the game through Steam, and if Steam's closed, this thing doesn't know if it's closed. So open Steam, and then when you double click this, it will open up your game using the mods that you have in that mod folder. And now in your Elden Ring game, if we go ahead and we open up the map, you will see all of those icons will appear that are tracked based on the progress that you've made in the game. So you can use this for a new file, or a file that's, you know, you've already completed most of the stuff and you can check what you've already like missed, because it's a great way to see what bosses you haven't done yet, what items you haven't collected yet, and, you know, go ahead and collect them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.